Hello, and welcome to this introduction and step-by-step guide on how to get started on the Limpiar platform. Here we are at the landing page for the software. Now on this screen, you will put in your email address and your password if you already have a Limpiar account in order to get started on the platform. If you do not remember your credentials, you can utilize this forgot password button right here. This will send an email notification to you and you'll be able to update your credentials. And if you do not have an account, you can go down here and follow the step-by-step process to create your first Limpiar account. Now we're going to go ahead and get started by putting in our credentials. And you can click the Keep Me Signed In button down here if you would like to not have to do this every time. That is an example of putting in the wrong password. Do not get frustrated, you'll get it right on the second time. Now with two-factor authentication, you will need to put in a code that is sent to your email address and or your telephone number, depending on your settings. So we'll put in our code. Hopefully we got this correct on the first try, and there we are. We are in the platform. Now the very first thing you'll need to do as a new user is to create your first property. So if you go up here in the Add New Property tab, you can either create it manually or you can import a CSV file. We will actually have a separate video for importing CSV files for your properties and other areas of the website. So go ahead and click Add a Property. Now here, you can choose which you fall in. Now, if you are uploading a few properties, 1, 2, 5, a dozen, this may be your desired route in order to get these created. However, if you are uploading more properties than you are capable of doing one by one manually, please check out our video on uploading CSV files in this same playlist. So here, we are going to choose a entertainment and recreational. And that is because we are choosing a landmark in the beautiful city of New York. We are going, and you want to basically choose the closest you can get. There is no adverse effects to being slightly out of it. Will not affect your automation, will not affect your ability to create work orders. Just get it the closest that you can get. So for here, the closest we can get would probably be, we're going to go with the theme park, even though it is not a theme park. Our property is the good old Statue of Liberty. And the property size, well, goodness gracious. We're just going to go ahead and we're going to put 2,000 square feet in there as a rough estimate. Where is your property located? We are located at the National Monument in New York, New York. You can search here either by the name of your location or your address. Just make sure this is correct, as this will be utilized for multiple things, including providing the address for work orders, new vendors, and the vendor marketplace. Now we are going to go ahead and drop 4 pictures in here. You do have to drop 4 images in order to get your property created, and this is for multiple reasons. As the industry standard, this allows vendors to properly correct that they are at the right location, to ascertain information as to what your building or property may look like, and also to ensure that each location is differentiated as other users are looking in your inventory of properties. So as we publish this, you will get a note that your property has been added successfully. Now here, you can see both of your properties, my undergrad gym over here in New York City and the Statue of Liberty, which is active. Now, the very first thing that you can do is go in and create your first work order for your property. Now, there are 3 different categories that you can utilize. Managed services is an option where our team can help you locate vendors, get them scheduled, and obtain pricing and bids. Vendor Marketplace is the option where you can go in and get bids from competing vendors in your area and choose the one that is the best fit for you. Vendor Marketplace actually has another video in this playlist where we go into detail into one of our most key pieces of this platform. So we're going to go down now that we've logged in, now that we've created our property, and you can go in at any point and edit your property. So if you go to the view details, you can see the name of your property, the location, who is the master user here, meaning has the most permissions to go through and adjust all of the settings regarding this property. You can see how many payments. So if you are budget conscious and have a certain limit to the amount you can spend, you can see where you are at any point in your calendar year or your fiscal year to see where you are in regards to your budget. And over here, you can see total bookings, completed bookings, and active bookings. Total bookings will combine your active and completed and canceled. And you can see here how many work orders you may have opened. Now, the very first thing we're going to do is we are going to utilize the preferred vendor. Now, what we can do here is, as you obtain vendors that you trust, people that you'd like to work with in any trades, plumbing, electrical, glass, flooring, they will appear here as you begin to add them as vendors. So here, you can create a work order, choose your location. What we need to do is we need to clean the Statue of Liberty. It's getting a little too green, may have some bird droppings, and therefore we are going to need to do a housekeeping janitorial for this. Now, the routing preview is within the preferred vendor function. You are able to rank your vendors depending on who you want to utilize the most. So if you have 3 different cleaning services, you can choose to have your vendors ranked here. Now, we do not have this ability at the moment to go any further, as we do not have our ranked vendors. But the next thing that we can do is go into Manage Services and choose what we want to do for the Statue of Liberty if you choose to not utilize the preferred vendors. So we can go into cleaning, and obviously there are multiple different types of cleaning services here that we will utilize. We're just going to head and do a cleaning. Here, you can select your property, Statue of Liberty. You can do, what we're going to do is we're going to do a one-time, and then we will set up a recurring for after that. So a lot of people are going to be taking pictures of it ahead of the holiday season. So we would like to get this done the week before the holidays. So as we go, choose that. We can choose a start time. Let's say we want to get this going at 6 a.m. It's going to be a little cold for the cleaners, but this will allow us to get it done early in the morning at the exact time frame that you need to utilize. Once we submit this request, this will hit the system, and the Limp-Yard team will send you the information, documentation, required to complete the process. Now, once you go to bookings and pending, you can see what is pending within your bookings. So here, you have requested December 14th at 6 a.m. for a cleaning. You will hear back soon with some offers, some bids, with scope, and most importantly, a one-time cleaning. Now let's go ahead and let's create a recurring cleaning. So now, this is something that you would like to do on an annual basis. So when you go to select the frequency, you can select between daily, weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, quarterly, and yearly. Once a year, every 3 months, monthly, every week, is weekly, every other week, bi-weekly, or daily. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to click yearly. And we are going to begin this on December 2026. So we're going to keep that Monday before the holiday week. We will go through. We're going to keep the same time at 6 a.m. And this time we're going to create an end time of 10 a.m. So we are going to need this entire process done within 4 hours. Now, the more information you are providing allows us to provide you with the best fit options and pricing for the vendor that we will end up utilizing for this service. So, booking preview is here. We have cleaning, Statue of Liberty, beginning on this date, recurring, with a frequency of every year, and you will receive messaging in the form of emails and or push notifications in the app, depending on which options you feel more comfortable with, when this is approaching. It will not be a surprise to you when December 14th, 2026 hits, and there are now people rappelling off the Statue of Liberty's crown, scrubbing and cleaning our symbol of freedom. There we go. You'll get this notification. And now we have two different pending ones here. This will show you what's pending coming up, and this will show you what is here. If you click into here, you'll be able to see the recurrence. Now, the other thing that we would like to do is check our So here is where you will be able to go and pay the vendor that completes the work. Once your work order has been successfully completed, you will then receive an invoice from the vendor. Here, you are able to pay directly to the company that completed the work up to your satisfaction. Here, you will receive a notification and a list of previous payments. Most importantly, once you put in your budget for how much you have as a yearly allowance for the Statue of Liberty, you will be able to get up-to-date notifications on what you have spent and what is remaining in your budget. And here, whenever you go to Activity Log, you will be able to see the last things that you have completed, so performing property actions or inviting team members. Now, the last thing that I would like it to show you from the Statue of Liberty is the ability to add team members, which will be in the next video. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this introduction. If you have any further questions, please feel free to use the help and support button located in the lower left-hand corner, or also reach out to help@limpiar.online. Thank you so much for watching this video. Like and subscribe. Have a great rest of your day.